ડૉક્ટર અતુલ ચોકસી સાથેની મુલાકાતના પહેલા મણકામાં આપણે તેમના જીવન વિશે જાણ્યું હતું, ભગવદ્ ગીતાનો મહિમા પણ સમજ્યા હતા અને આ રહ્યો તેમની મુલાકાતનો બીજો મણકો.
અને પુસ્તક આપે
that happened because my brother told me that no, just write something simple that everybody can follow. So that's how I wrote 36 sloki Gita. Bhagavad Gita, as you know, has 700 verses. We don't have time or it needs a lot of effort to go through 700 verses. But main message is selected slokas of Bhagavad Gita. We put it here and I call it 36 sloki Gita. I did not intellectually did exercise that okay, let's go to bhakti or karma yoga and select few slokas. As they came to me, we kept putting it, and 36 based of the verses we have put it here, and how to learn, how to remember, and with the commentary we have put it together.
અને તમે આની સાથે સાથે જે સનાતન ધર્મ વિશે કામ કરી રહ્યા છો એ પ્રવૃત્તિ વિશે જો આપ વાત કરી શકો.
Our Sanatan Dharma is, as the name suggests, Sanatan Dharma is eternal principles, eternal religion, which never changes. It existed, it never changes, there are no alteration, and it is the foundation of our Hinduism. And we are fortunate to have been born in Hindu families. But unfortunately, many of the scriptures, they remained away from us because of the other requirements, the worldly requirements, and more focus on regular education, making good living and career, so that we were not exposed to the scriptures. But if that happens, there is nothing like it. Then you get the best of both worlds. You become spiritual millionaire and you become regular millionaire.
તો આપ અહીંયા અમેરિકામાં જે પ્રવૃત્તિઓ કરી રહ્યા છો સનાતન ધર્મ માટેની, આપે ફાઉન્ડેશનની શરૂઆત કરી છે, ગ્લોબલ સનાતન એડ ફાઉન્ડેશન.
Yes. So now I'm involved with this Global Sanatan Foundation. We established that. One of my friends from England, Vivek, called. He started this, and I came to know about it, so I immediately joined him. The reason is that by this foundation, which includes everyone from Hindu community, and as you know, there are different religions like Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, but we are essentially all coming from Sanatan Dharma. These are the later religions given by great masters as Guru Nanak and Mahavir and Buddha. That's how they were different ways of practicing our Vedic religion, which is Sanatan Dharma. So they are branches of Sanatan Dharma. So we wanted to put everybody together so that Hinduism is stronger, more established, and nobody can hurt it or insult it. And besides that, this becomes known to our future generations. So that is the main purpose. So I just started a new institute in one of the temples here, which is a Institute of Spiritual Sciences in Mahwa. And so I am the in charge of this because other friends, we got together and say, okay, we want to establish our eternal dharma, the Sanatan Dharma, and want to educate our new generation. So that is the activity. Now I am involved in that, and wish to spread this. Bhagavad Gita is the main scripture. There are only 2 scriptures which are main scriptures. Our greatest Acharya Shankaracharya ji says very nicely that Geyam Gita Nama Sahastram, Dheyam Sripati Rupam Ajastram, Neyam Sajjana Sange Chittam, Deyam Deena Janaya Chavittam. This comes in Bhaj Govindam, one of his scriptures that he wrote. That Geyam Gita, know Gita, chant Gita, understand Gita. Geyam Gita, Nama Sahastram, 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. He recommends only these 2 scriptures. He has written commentaries on almost everything in India. on all major Upanishads, on Brahma Sutras, Vivek Chudamani. He has written profusely, but he says only do this. Geyam Gita, Nama Shastra. Because these two things, if you know a whole Vedic culture. Because Lord was very kind for us to summarize all these teachings of Upanishads. There are 1500 Upanishads. 108 are known to us. Out of that, there are 10 which are major Upanishads. And all those Upanishads are thousands of slokas. And it's a very difficult Sanskrit. You need a guide sitting next to you, Guru. So God was very kind and He simplified and put the 700 verses, which is the essence of whole Upanishads. So everything that one ought to know on the spiritual path is there in Bhagavad Gita. That's why I'm crazy about Bhagavad Gita.
અને જે તમે કહ્યું કે ફ્યુચર જનરેશન સુધી આપણા સનાતન ધર્મની, આપણી સંસ્કૃતિની અને ભગવદ્ ગીતાની વાત પહોંચે, એના માટે કેવા પ્રકારની પ્રવૃત્તિઓ કરવામાં આવે છે? વર્કશોપ્સ હોય છે, ટોક હોય છે?
I give frequent talks. Zoom every week we conduct classes. I go to the temple every other weekend and then we give 1 hour lectures there. As well as we want to establish very properly for the youngsters. So sometimes I go to teenagers and give the talks on Bhagavad Gita and emphasize. But we have to do more and more efforts so that people get attracted. There are lot of distraction in this materialistic society, like you say. Children have all kinds of activities, pressure of the school, they want to learn drama, they want to learn dancing, they want to do many things. And in that we have to insert our spiritual training, which is the most important one.
અત્યારે વિશ્વમાં ઘણા બધા પ્રશ્નો ચાલી રહ્યા છે આપણી આજુબાજુ પણ, એટલે સ્થાનિક લેવલે હોય કે વૈશ્વિક લેવલે હોય. આ બધા પ્રશ્નોના ઉકેલ માટે ભગવદ્ ગીતા તરફ કઈ રીતે જવું અને વધારેમાં વધારે ભગવદ્ ગીતા સાથે લોકો જોડાય એના માટે શું કરવું જોઈએ આપણે?
ભગવદ્ ગીતા આપણે ખરેખર જો આપણા યંગસ્ટર્સને સુધી પહોંચાડવી હોય, the best way I think is to start the teachings in this level of primary school, secondary school.
Okay.
So in early that you are exposed, make this subject spirituality as mandatory in our school. So if that happens, by the time a student comes out to 10th grade, 11th grade, he has quite a significant knowledge of the scriptures and the main teachings of the scriptures. So that is the best and most organized way we can do that.
હવે જીવનની વાત કરી કે આપણે જે પણ પ્રોફેશનલ કરિયર બનાવવું હોય, આપણા માટે જીવનમાં બેલેન્સનું મહત્વ શું છે અને કઈ રીતે માણસે એક સ્પિરિચ્યુઅલ વર્લ્ડ, એક સ્પિરિચ્યુઆલિટી અને પ્રોફેશનલ લાઈફનું બેલેન્સ કઈ રીતે જાળવી શકે?
See, we are required to do the best duty where we are placed. God says, perform your best and without contaminating it. If we don't contaminate it, we don't have to do anything special. Contamination comes from our lust, greed and ego. These three, if we keep it separate and do our job wherever we are placed, if we do the best and as a service to the community, because everything comes from God. My body, my intellect, my mind, my education, the opportunities I got, everything is because of God's grace. And the purpose of body and purpose of this education, everything is to offer to the society. Almighty or to the society for the service of the world. If we can do it without taking out the lust, greed and ego, then we are perfect. Then there is no special thing that we have to do. Doctor doesn't have to become anything to specially do the service to the world.
ભારતમાં સનાતન ધર્મ વિશે અત્યારે ઘણું બધું કામ થઈ રહ્યું છે. તમે એના ભવિષ્યને કઈ રીતે જોવો છો?
See, one of the dangers is that, probably you are aware about it, that our Hinduism is attacked and insulted and badly criticized, that you Hindus, you worship thousands of gods, you have no much understanding, it is You have a lot of jati system, caste system, and you have abuse of your own people, and those kind of wrong notions are spread by lot of factors, and that we have to stop. That is one thing we have to do. Our Hindus have to be proud of Hinduism, which there is so much to be proud of.
One should be proud of it.
You have to be proud of it. There are lot of scholars and philosophers from all over the world have validated and have great things to say about Bhagavad Gita.
અને એના માટે અહીંયા અમેરિકામાં પણ અમેરિકાથી આખી એક ચળવળ ચલાવી રહ્યા છો જેના થકી
I stand for Hinduism. I stand for my own civilization and culture. And for protection of this, I never believe in any assaulting any. No Hindus have ever. Hinduism is a very divine.
કોઈ સામાન્ય માણસે પોતાનું કામ કરતા કરતા જો ભારત માટે કે હિન્દુ ધર્મ માટે કામ કરવું હોય તો એ કઈ રીતે એ વ્યક્તિ આ કોન્ટ્રીબ્યુશન કરી શકે?
First, yourself you get to know more about our own culture. Pray to your family and to your children as much as you can, and support other Hindus and activities which keep us united. So that if you are united, you will not get hurt. If you are not united, you will get hurt.
અને લોકોને ભેગા કરવા એ કદાચ ઘણું અઘરું હોય છે, ને ખાસ કરીને એવા કોઈ ઉદ્દેશ્ય માટે જે કદાચ ટેન્જિબલ આઉટકમ નથી દેખાતો, કારણ કે આજે બધા એટલા બિઝી છે પોતાના કરિયર બનાવવામાં કે જે પણ વાત હોય, ત્યારે આ બેલેન્સ કરવું થોડું અઘરું પડતું હશે.
It is difficult because we are focused on our own career, on our own well-being. We have become more selfish. So if we do not change, so we have to change that. If there is no Hinduism, there will not be Hindustan, and we will be in such a physical and distress that again we'll have to start from the slavery again. So you don't want to go through that. This freedom is very, very expensive. Thousands of people have given their lives. So we have to be aware about it, and that to bring that awareness, whatever you can do at an individual level, support. You can support by saying good things, as by supporting the good ideas, as well as financially you can support. Stand for it. It is your own thing.
ભારતને વિશ્વગુરુ બનવું છે, એના કદાચ એ સફરમાં પણ ભારત અત્યારે આગળ વધી રહ્યું છે. ભારતે પહેલેથી કદાચ આધ્યાત્મિક વિશ્વગુરુ પણ રહ્યું છે, અને એવું આપના મત મુજબ દેશમાં શું કરવાની જરૂર છે એના થકી આપણા વિચારો લોકો સુધી પહોંચી શકે?
We have to do that. Understand our own scripture and try to spread it. But everybody else is not going to be happy that you want to be a Jagat Guru or a role model. There are always adversities around you. So the people who are not your well-wisher, they will assault it. And they assault it. Nobody wants that India becomes economic power. Now we are the 5th economy. We will be soon number 3 in the world if we don't get derailed, But not everybody is your well-wisher. So that there will be negative forces. There are negative forces. They will keep working. They will assault you. They will put hurdles in this, and we have to be aware about it, smart enough to know it, and cross it.
આ ભારતના ભવિષ્યને કઈ રીતે જોવો છો? એ હું મેડિકલ સાયન્સમાં પણ, કારણ કે તમે એક ડૉક્ટર છો, એક હોસ્પિટલ અમદાવાદમાંથી ઊભી કરી, અહીંયા અમેરિકામાં આપણે ખૂબ લાંબો સમય પ્રેક્ટિસ કરી, તો ભારતના ભવિષ્યમાં મેડિકલ ટુરિઝમ કે મેડિકલની ફિલ્ડને આપ કઈ રીતે જોવો છો, અને આધ્યાત્મિકની ફિલ્ડને કઈ રીતે જોવો છો?
As you know, the India is progressing very, very rapidly in field of technology. There are maximum number of IT people, engineers in the world. About 1/3 of the engineers in NASA and this technology valley in California, they are of Indian origin. Almost all major corporations, the in charge, the CEOs are of Indian origin. So we are very talented people, largest number of youthful adults available in the world. We have everything going in favor of us. Plus we have a spiritual background so much. So don't forget that. So we want to take both together and preserve it and make sure that nobody assaults you. By the people do all kinds of mischief, and even our own Indian people, out of greed and lust, they will harm the people, our own people. Britishers did not come with the army to India. They were all together 100,000 people ruled as 33 crores of people. And their soldiers were all Indian origin. So there's a big history, but it's you never want to repeat that.
અને કૃષ્ણા હાર્ટ હોસ્પિટલ ની સાથે સાથે જે મેડિકલ ટુરિઝમ વિશે જો આપ વાત કરી શકો, એ કઈ રીતે અમદાવાદમાં અને ગુજરાતમાં અને ભારતમાં હવે મેડિકલ ટુરિઝમ કે મેડિસિનની ફેસિલિટીઝ એટલી સારી છે કે બહારથી લોકો આપણા ત્યાં.
Yes. So Krishna Hospital was one of the major hospitals, cardiac center, because people want best results at the most reasonable price, and that Krishna Hospital provided. We had the same success rate as any of the hospitals in New York City or in USA, like Mount Sinai. I worked in Mount Sinai, Lenox Hill, all major hospitals I worked. We were doing more work than these hospitals are doing here, and with the same result or better result than this. So technology wise we are fine, and we were doing it for 1/10 of the cost. We were doing bypass surgery for $3,000, which here was costing $30,000. So that much was the difference. That's why medical tourism flourished. And we used to have people from Zambia, from Middle East, from USA, from England, everywhere. And especially we had a very well developed cardiology department and orthopedic department. And now the orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Vikram Shah, is handling the Krishna Hospital. Now it is known as Krishna Selby Hospital. And he is doing fantastic work. He has taken orthopedic field into number 1 in the world. Highest number of knee surgery. You name it, we have. My wife got the surgery in India. We had the insurance here. We are here for 30 years. Still, when it came to knee surgery, we went to India, to our own place, and she got operated by one of the surgeons there who used to work in Krishna Heart Hospital, Dr. K.C. Mehta, and she got the surgery done there. So medical tourism is very well developed now. And I see that people going for knee replacement, hip replacement, cardiac problems, for bone marrow transplant, lot of things that people are going. For kidney transplant, people go.
ભવિષ્યમાં ખાસ કરીને યંગ જનરેશન એવું કહેવાય છે કે ઇન્ડિયા ઇઝ વન ઓફ ધ યંગેસ્ટ કન્ટ્રી, એમને જો આપ કોઈ મેસેજ આપવા માંગો તો એ મેસેજ શું હશે?
Stick to your education, which you are doing very well. At the same time, grow spiritually so that you are spiritually strong and emotionally improved, and spirituality takes away the selfishness from us. That is the only major change that the spiritual knowledge brings it. Unless you are physically healthy, emotionally stable and spiritually advanced, you cannot do any service to anybody, not even to your family, because you are self-centered. Normally, if we don't do anything, we are all selfish. Ego, which is identity as a body and me, that is very selfish. And if you do not have any spiritual tint on you, then you will be very selfish even in your family, with your brothers, sisters, cousins, everybody. It will not change. Only spirituality will make you realize that no, we are all one. And your circle from your wife, daughter and relatives increases to your nearby community, and then it becomes global.
Entire society.
That is Vasudeva Kutumbakam comes after several circles that you you become aware about your individual. We have 5 types of dharmas, no? That is Swadharma, family dharma, Kautumbik dharma, Samajik dharma, then national dharma, and Manav dharma. 5 dharmas are there. Sanatan dharma. Sanatan dharma is very, very powerful. My God, more I study and more I go in depth. That's the only thing I do now. More gold mine I find. I was not aware. I was unlucky to be not exposed to Bhagavad Gita till 91, when I was about 50 years old. But if it happens at 25, you are a beneficiary. If it happens in the school, oh, you will be a hero. So that must do it. And I have a great hope from Modi ji, who is a saint and happens to be a prime minister, and he's doing fantastic work. And we all have to just align with him, and that's it.
Let's hope કે જે સનાતન ધર્મની વાત છે એ વધારેમાં વધારે લોકો સુધી પહોંચે અને આપણો જે તમે વાત કરી કે ધર્મ અને સંસ્કૃતિ જળવાય.
Yes, especially it is your job now in the film industry. Correct. And as a journalist you can do the wonders. You can spread it very quickly.
અમારે બનતા તમામ પ્રયત્નો અમે કરીશું. ખૂબ સરસ અમને સમય આપ્યો, મારી સાથે આટલી બધી વાતો કરી એના માટે ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર.
I enjoyed it.
Privilege to talk to you, spend time with you.
Hopefully a lot of good will come, especially with the young people like you. Oh my God.
Thank you so much.